Good morning. Welcome to Inside Talk Show. Inside Talk Show, it's an inside job. Life is an inside job. Eliminating fear to live your purpose through self study. That is what I do. FYI, I really try to be as clear as I can with my message, this living from the inside out. It eliminates fear, it allows you to live your purpose by studying yourself, by going inside. That is what I do. Let's continue this reading. James Allen, it's from The Gateway. We're on chapter 10, The Shining Gateway. Chapter 10, we're continuing. Let's read a little bit more. We left off yesterday. It said that divine kindness, which always accompanies spiritual understanding and strength, is something very different from merely just saying pleasant words. Okay, here's an example. The weak father, who is unfit to train children, only considers how he can escape trouble with his children, and so he slurs over their acts of disobedience and selfishness and tries to please them. As I read this little analogy, I want you to think of you as your own parent. Okay, the way you act as your inner child and the awareness or your knowing as you being your own parent, the father, if you will, or the mother. So apply this to yourself. You're the father and the child. Okay. The weak father who is unfit to train children only considers how he can escape trouble with his children, and so he slurs over their acts of disobedience and selfishness and tries to please them. But the strong father who considers the future character and welfare of his children knows how and when to administer a self-reproof, a severe reproof, fully understanding that the few minutes pain caused by his rebuke may save his child from years of suffering as a result of loose living, which is fostered by parental neglect. You are the parent. Are you neglecting the inner child, the child yourself? The parts of our personality that are in the world. And our parent, the self, in this analogy, is the part of you that knows best, the part of you that knows what to do and just allows your other parts to just get away with whatever they want. So, for example, if you're trying to lose weight, the parent, the part of you that's like, we should really have a healthy breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. Let's spend 10 minutes walking. But the child in you is like, no, I don't wanna. Let's Netflix and chill. Let's eat pizza. Let's do this. And then yourself, okay, fine, whatever. Just to please and appease those little parts of you that feel uncomfortable and want to give in to temptation and just do whatever the heck they want. We have to parent ourselves. When we're adults, no one's going to tell us what to eat, what to do. I mean, that's the beauty of being an adult. We can do whatever we want. But with that freedom comes responsibility. Who's going to tell us when to go to bed? Who's going to tell us when to put the phone down? Who's going to tell us to pick this over that? Who's going to tell us to get up and go to the gym? We do. We are that parent. Okay, so let's read this again. The weak parent, ourselves, who is unfit to train children, our lower selves, only considers how they can escape trouble with their children, with themselves. And so the parent slurs over the acts of disobedience and selfishness and tries to please them. We just want to comfort and please ourselves instead of doing what's right, reprimanding, getting uncomfortable, having that talk with ourselves, sitting ourselves down, so to speak. So the strong parent who considers the future character of the welfare of the children, so the strong person who considers the welfare of their future selves, their future lives, knows how and when to administer a severe reproof. We know how to sit ourselves down. We know we are not doing our best, and we take our butts for a walk and we have that conversation. There's many ways we say it. The come to Jesus talk with ourselves, being honest, the intervention, a self-intervention, looking ourselves in the mirror. opening that bank account and really looking at what our statement says. Where are we spending our money? Where is it going? We're stepping on the scale. We're seeing what number that gives. We're not messing with ourselves anymore. So the strong parent considers the future character and welfare of his children, knows how and when to administer a severe reproof, fully understanding that those few minutes of pain caused by this sit down may save ourselves, our children, from many years of suffering as a result of loose living, of doing whatever the heck we want, which is fostered by parental neglect. Are you neglecting yourself? Are you neglecting yourself? Or are you a good parent to yourself? Are you letting yourself get away with whatever you want? Are you turning your blind eye to all the crap you're doing that's not serving you, or to all the stuff that you should be doing that you're not doing? Are you a good parent to yourself? The strong, kind, unselfish parent whose care for their children's good and not for their own immediate comfort knows not only how to be tender in affection, but tender in discipline. That's the role of the parent, hopefully. Well, to teach your child the best thing for them, whatever that is, and you decide that. But do it for yourself. What's best for you? To discipline yourself. Have that structure. Kids love, they thrive, they crave, they need it. Structure, discipline, and routine to make them feel safe. Because other than that, life is chaotic. They're going to bed at all kinds of different hours and waking up whenever, and there's meals here and there, and they're grabbing snacks on the go. It's like, of course, there's times and places for that, but normally a routine. Kids, that structure and that routine brings calm and safety and a knowing to this unknown life. And with us, newsflash, we never lose that. Kids need discipline and structure, and so do adults. But who's going to give it? We must give it to ourselves. Like I said before, when we're in bed, no one's going to say, lights out, time for beddy bye. It's like, we need to say that to ourselves. We need to be our own parent. We need to discipline ourselves. Discipline meaning, disciplining, but also disciplining. Staying structured. For me, I experience high anxiety. I've really tamed it, thank God. But it's when I am structured and disciplined that I feel so relieved because I don't worry about anything. There's not so many things up in the air. Like, life is already chaotic. So as structured and disciplined as I can get my life, bring it on, bro. Come at me. I'm fine and I'm safe. So I've shared before my morning routine. I am very structured. Every alarm is set at different times to get me through my morning, and I am on point. And like I've said before, people say, wow, that's extra. Wow, that's extreme. I don't need all that. How's your life working out? Mine's fabulous. But be honest with yourself. Do you have a structure? Do you have a routine? Do you have a program? Either you're running a program or one is running you. So I love this little reading. I got a jet, but I want you to ask yourself, are you, if you're that child, right? We never grow out of that. We always have that inner child or the part of us that doesn't know. Who's guiding? Who's teaching? Are you a good parent to yourself? Do you tell yourself what to do and when to do it to better your life, to get uncomfortable when you need to have that chit chat when you know you're not doing what you should be doing? Where are you supposed to be? Who are you supposed to be hanging around with? Right? Remember when you hung out with people and your parents like, I don't like them. I don't like your friends. Birds of a feather flock together. Are you hanging around the right people? Are you reading the right books? Be that good parent to yourself. Be that kind parent to yourself. I love this. So a good parent considers the future character and welfare of their children. Do you consider the future character and welfare for yourself? Think about that. Have a wonderful day. I will see y'all tomorrow.